What's up, YouTubers? What's up, PlayStation Nation? What's up, gamers? I know I'm not the first person to talk about this, and I definitely won't be the last, but I'm going to put my opinion out here about the situation that's going on with PS2 games being played on the PS4. Okay, I agree. Some of these games should be cheaper, but I also understand at the end of the day, it's a business. I understand you got gamers that still have the collection of PS2 games, but my point is, if you still have your collection of PS2 games, you should still have a PS2. If you feel that you should be able to play your PS2 games in your PS4, why would you when you got your PS2? You know, it's not like the PS2 can't hook up to the new TVs out here now because all TVs still have the RCA jacks in the back. Um, Sony was not the first to do this. Even though they sold PS2 games on the PS3 when they took out the functionality to play PS2 games on the PS3, they still weren't the first to sell you games from their older generation library. Nintendo started this with the Virtual Console, and they sold you everything they had the right to sell you from the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. You know, nobody complained. It was never a problem. People still played. People bought those games. Hell, I bought those games too. I bought the original Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Wii. I bought Ninja Gaiden, the original one, on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console because those are games that I loved to play when I was younger, and I revisit them and I still enjoy them. And hell, I still haven't beaten Ninja Gaiden till this day because that game is just a beast. It's one of my top games of all times because I can't beat it, and I get to the same level every time and I end up dying over and over and over. But get back to the point. Now that Sony is bringing the PS2 games to the PS4, something they was doing on the PS3 before the generation ended, and they was bringing PS1 games and PS2 games. My thing is this: it's always just an option. You don't have to buy these games. Me personally, I love some of these games. Yes, I bought Final Fantasy VII day one when they dropped it. I think it was Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I bought it because I never finished Final Fantasy VII when it came out on the PS1. I had it, I played it, but Metal Gear Solid had came out, so I took and I traded it in and I got Metal Gear Solid. And I didn't regret my decision. But now I have a chance to go back and play an enhanced version at that. And I only paid $10 for it. Why? Because they was running a special day one, and I ended up getting a free theme for the PS4. A lot of people sit back and say, well, the game should be about $5. I understand. They should be a little bit cheaper. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's a business. These developers, they have to get a cut of these games. Sony, they're going to get a cut of these games. So they have to meet somewhere in the mutual understanding to be like, how can we make some money off of this? I'm like this. I'm from the hood. When I sold dope, no, I take that back. I never sold dope. But when I knew people that sold dope, it was always somebody has to get a cut of the product, or else you just eliminate the middleman. So my thing is, if you're a collector and you have your PS2 games already, you should eliminate the middleman by having your PS2 and your PS2 games, and you shouldn't even be worried about this conversation that everybody's talking about. This shouldn't even be a topic for you to discuss because you should be just saying, haha, I still got my games and I can play them. But the thing is, not everybody still have those games. So you're going to have people that still want to revisit those games and play. Me personally, I am one of them. And I'm not going to buy every game that comes out. Just the ones I want to buy and play. That's all I want to say on this topic. I'm not going to drag on with it and everything. The Wild West, I'm out. Peace.